Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another round in the IIRL Season 9. This is our penultimate round of realistic tier. The championship can and probably will be decided today. The battle is between Deflated Wheat and Cod Camper. Deflated Wheat needs to outscore Cod Camper by 18 points to take the title to was Singapore next week, and we for round 14 are at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix at the Autodromo Enzo e Dino Ferrari. That'll do. And I'm back with Tacit this week.
Yeah.
He's decided to get off track.
After that race I had last week, it's nice to be here in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix.
Yes. Weatherman Mr. Ethan has said there is a 23% chance of rain in both races, in both parts of both quali and the race. Cod Camber is the first driver on track.
Points as possible at the most likely rare chance that it will go to Singapore next week.
Exactly. As for drivers this week, as Cod Camper is about to start his first lap, we've got Nico and that guy both in the Mercedes this week. We've got Captain Aiden from Assist here making, I believe, what will be his first appearance in realistic tier. Padge, of course, is in the Red Bull. Johnny B from Assisted and a former Assisted as 82 champion, I believe he was the last 82 champion, is in our Alpine alongside Alessio. Ethan is back in his preferred, not, Aston Martin this week. Deton is in the McLaren alongside Wizard Mitten. Deflated Wheat is in the Haas this week. Rothwell and Malbro from No Assist, he's probably going to become the NA Constructors Champion alongside his teammate Deflated Wheat in the Ferrari. Cod Camper in the Sauber and Killian in the Williams this week. He is of course the Assist Tier Champion after winning it in Baku because I had a terrible performance.
Person to ruffle the championship, but the man we're watching right now could be the first realistic tier champion.
Of course, Cod Camper is out of the running for the No Assist title, but that will go on to Singapore this Tuesday, so join the stream for that on Tuesday. Cod Camper sets us off with a 14.8, so we're seeing some good lap times at the moment. That guy has invalidated his run. Deflated Wheat is starting an out lap. We have Rothwell finishing a lap. He will go second with a 15.4 to start his off. Killian will go P2 with a 15.1, and one of the Alpines in Johnny B is starting a run now. We then have Captain Aiden going around the final corner of I think it's Ravazza, that part.
Yes.
Captain Aiden goes P4, the Mercedes of Nico goes P2, Ethan comes into the pit lane, and Alessio will be starting a run now, which means Deton is the next car to finish a lap.
What is the pole time we're looking for today, Socks?
If you look in comparison to some of the pole laps on Tuesday, I believe, I can't fully remember, but as I can get the stats up, pole on Tuesday was the 13.5, so I imagine in these cars it's going to be around the 14 mark. I think that's where you'll be seeing Cod Camper and Nico maybe get up to. I think that's probably where the point you'll aim for. I believe that guy is about to cross the line now. No, he's starting a run, my apologies. Deflated Wee goes P7, he looks to be doing a double run. And then Killian pulls into the pit lane. Johnny B is starting his first lap. I believe he's done no practice, so that'll be fun for him. And Alessio will be the next car to finish a lap.
Yeah, as Deflated Wheat goes through Villeneuve now up to Tamburello from man. Draining that battery, doing a 24.0 in the first sector. He's already 6/10 up, so he's in the lower side of the 23s now. As Johnny B, the man with the little practice, unfortunately goes with a 19.5 up to 8th place. Now as Deflated Wheat goes through Piratella through turn 10, Aqua Minerale, making sure not to use too much of the track and land himself in validation, carrying the speed through expertly. The man with 2 championships throughout his time in this league so far, set to purple sector in sector 2. We'll see how representative that is as he drains the battery through now, going through turn 16 into Ravazza 1 and 2 to end his lap in the Haas. The beautiful Haas liveries which have just been launched in the game. Now up to the line, keeping it in track limits. He's going to set a lap time of 1 minute 15.1, which puts him 5th place.
Yeah, during that, Alessio and that guy, Alessio jumping himself up to P3, and that guy currently P9 in the Mercedes. Johnny B crossing the line, still P10, but I believe he might be doing race runs. We'll see his fuel. I believe he is doing some race runs to just get some feel for how the Alpine, because this is his debut in realistic tier. Ethan has started a lap now. Of course, Ethan, very, very good performer in qualifying during the season. I think as Tacit will know that Ethan during race scenarios could be very much improved, and he could stop getting 3-second track limit penalties or stop spinning, because he probably would have had a few more podiums than what he he probably would have a few more podiums than what he has right now.
Yeah, it's said the greatest rivalry of season 9 is Ethan versus making bottle-worthy mistakes as he goes wide, but somehow keeps it in track limits here as he goes through sector 2. Now he's going up to Variante Alto. I'm still puzzled over how that was in track limits. He went onto the gravel, but he pushes on. Oh, it is.
And he's
invalidated.
Invalidation. Ethan has invalidated. So talking of bottles, Ethan has bottled his first qualifying. Track limits around this track are a very big talking point in the paddock during no assist and realistic, and will definitely be a talking point on Sunday for assist here, in which the Constructors' Championship is still available to either Williams or VCarb. But talking of track limits, it does seem that either race control are being very strict or very lenient with some corners. It seems like you can get away with it in some parts of the track, but not the other, as Wizard Mitten is finishing a run, but he has invalidated, so he could have got a this or next lap, so he pulls into the pit lane. With a couple of drivers starting laps now, you've got Nico starting a lap. He, of course, was had a great running in Miami, and last week in Baku, I believe he was, if I remember correctly, he was flying as well. We've got Padge on a lap now as Rothwell starts a lap. Well, his second, it'll be his second run. He's looking to improve on P7, but currently on board with Padge as Johnny B is doing race runs, so it looks like he'll be might be starting from the back of the grid. Of course, Padge is very well known around the IRL group for only doing one lap and then retiring. He likes to start at the back of the grid and get the chance to race as many people as possible. So we'll see what Padge can do. Of course, he is performing in NA and assist tier as well as realistic, so he performs in all 3 tiers. Currently P10, just ahead of Johnny B with a 17.4, as I believe that is Killian starting a run now, and that will be Alessio going to start a run as well. Camper's going to be starting his run soon, and there is a Mercedes as well, which could be Nico, but he has invalidated. He's 3 temps up, but I think he would have invalidated at one of the second chicane. I can't remember the name of it.
Then we've seen how at Tamburello through turns 2, 3 and 4 it can be very easy to get those track limit penalties. Primarily easy to, like, you're pushing the limits so much compared to other tracks, maybe other street tracks where the walls are a lot closer. That isn't the case here, which can allow our drivers to see the white lines more than they may do in other places.
Exactly, currently on board with Alessio as it stands. He's 3 tenths up on his previous best lap time. Got very, very close looking to the invalidating in the second chicane of Variante Alta. That's what it's called. As he comes through the Ravazzas now, he could get a little bit of a tow from Deflated Wee, who is going to be starting a run. And Alessio will top of the timing boards with a 14.6. He's maybe looking back up to where he was towards the start of the season. Cod Camper has invalidated his run, so he'll be disappointed with that he's not had the chance to improve. Both McLarens about to start a lap now as well, but that does mean the next car to the line will be that guy who I'm fighting for P4 in the No Assist title, No Assist Drivers' Championship, along with IIRL, as that guy will come to the line now, and we'll see where he can place himself. He was 1.4 seconds up, and he puts himself up to P5, just ever so slightly behind his makeshift teammate for the evening. Of course, there is no Constructors' Championship in realistic Tim. Marlboro is up
Deflated
next.
invalidates his lap. Sorry to bump in there, Socks.
Marlboro doesn't improve on his position, but that is big if Felix Wee has not invalidated his run. Johnny B still doing his race runs and still running around in P11. I hope he's getting enough practice as he wishes. Ethan also starting a run now, and as you said, deflated wheat invalidating. Where did he invalidate?
In Sector 2. He invalidated specifically through Aqua Minerale.
They would love a good bit of mineral water. Wismitten and Wismitten invalidating, but Deaton is still running on his lap, so we'll see what he can produce. He's looking to improve on P13. He is, of course, in the McLaren this week, and we'll see what he can do. Takes it very, very cautiously with track limits, of course. A big slide on the exit of the second Rebazza there.
Ethan has invalidated. Sorry to
unfortunate.
bump in, Socks. He bottled it. Ethan B4810 has lost it through Sector 2, unfortunately.
As you can see, he's going to have to trundle that car back to the pit lane now, just exiting Aqua Minerale into Variante Alta. Not looking good for Ethan. He's got maybe 1-2 more chances to set a lap, and if he invalidates again, he will be starting from the back of the grid along with Johnny B and Wismitten as it currently stands.
Yep.
That does mean that the only car I believe to be on a lap at the moment is going to be that guy and Wismitten, along with Johnny B, who is doing race laps at the moment, so I really hope it goes well for him. Wismitten setting a purple sector 2 of the people that are on track. It's looking to be a decent lap for the man who said he had wheel problems before this race started, so I really hope his mechanics have fixed that issue. He's looking now at the exit of Ravazza 2 and the Ravazzas, and puts the power on, got overtake on, and he will go P9 ahead of Captain
that guy
Agency.
has spun on his push lap, Socks.
Wow. Yeah, that guy was having issues on Tuesday. If you watched that race, that guy was having issues with the track. He was spinning quite a lot. I really hope that he's able to get comfortable for this race. Of course, I can't remember where exactly he finished on Tuesday, but we'll hope he can recover from that spin and produce a good run season. He's one of the many drivers to get a pole position in this tier, along with Cod, Deflated, and others. Yeah, don't worry, Johnny B. I know that as Alessio has started his run. I know that you're here for the. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, yeah, don't worry. We were taking the Mickey out of him on the stream as well, because he could be starting last if he don't bottle. So. Tacit, if you want to sit on board with Ethan to see if he bottles, and I'll keep up with everything else. Because
yeah, but he is about to set his lap, Socks.
He's about to start his lap now, is he? Go on, Ethan, you got this. I think he'll be taking it really cautiously, to be honest, as Cod is also starting a run. Alessio maybe getting a bit of a tow from the McLaren, who is not on a run, but could also be holding up the Alpine. Does look like the McLaren does get out of the way for Alessio, as everyone now with 13 seconds left is going to be able to start a run. So that does mean that the Ferrari of Marlboro will be the last car to cross the line. Alessio not improving. Still on provisional pole, so we'll keep an eye on Cod Camper to see what he's doing. Next up to the line is going to be Captain Aiden C. He's 4/10 up, which looks to put him about P7. Let's see what Captain Aiden produced. Marlboro is out of the session. That is unfortunate. He invalidated at turn 1. That means Camper is going to be next. Can he improve? He's improving by a tenth and a half. Will he get pole? He has pole position, provisional pole. I should go. Deflated, well, he's taken it. The championship protagonist has taken it. Ethan goes P4. He didn't bottle. Great news from Ethan. Nico is up next. He's looking for it. Can he get it? Nico, will he get it? He's P2! Oh, that's
separated
close
by
times.
3,000.
Killian's invalidated.
Separated by
Rothwell's
3,000.
invalidated. And that means that guy will be next and probably last other than Deton. So that guy will go up to P6. And Deton, can he improve? Can he get ahead of Padge and Wizard Mitten? He can get ahead of his teammate, Wizard Mitten. What a qualifying session there. You can see the times. Deflated Wee, Nico, Cod, Alessio, all within a tenth of each other. Great stuff. And yeah, Nico putting it perfectly in the Twitch chat. 3,000ths between Deflated Wee and Nico. Wow.
And we have to factor in Socks. Deflated Wee is in a slower Haas as well. But despite that, you have to highlight that, as you're saying, how close it is at the top in this tier.
Exactly. I think Deflated will be hoping that Cod Camper was slightly further back, but you know, let's see if the race could improve. Nico in the Twitch chat saying that his lap was not great. I don't think you'll mind for getting P2 though. That is a great qualifying session there. This is the one most meaningful to the championship. Deflated Wee at the end of short qualifying there is P1 ahead of Nico, who is P2 by 3,000. Cod Camper 500ths back from Deflated Wee. Alessio P4, Ethan P5, that guy P6, Killian P7, Marlboro P8, Rothwell P9, Captain Aiden P10, Deton P11, Wizard Mitten P12, Padge P13, and Johnny B P14, starting from the back of the grade. Of course, he is playing it chill tonight.
And I'd just like to give credit to Tacit 312, who's on a 3-stream watching streak. There's beans just like Killian in the chat.
A lot of drivers not complaining as much about this track because the curbs are much nicer for these cars, because they are built differently to the Equal car, which I believe is based on the McLaren. We're getting underway for the formation up now. Deflated Wee is on pole position. He is starting on the medium tyres. They've got a couple of people doing different strategies. You have got Marlboro, Rothwell, Deton and Wismitten, basically the two Ferraris and the two McLarens starting on the hard tyres. You can do that, my friend. And I'll do the finale. And we got Padge and Johnny B starting on the soft tyres, which you would not have expected to see based on Tacit's notes, that they wear about 7.4% a lap. I believe that was the number. So yes. you wouldn't expect to see them because they're not a race-worthy tyre. Maybe Padge and Johnny B are predicting early safety cars in this race. But who knows? We have got a McLaren out of position. Wizard Mitten is running at the back of the grid on this formation. That all will be well when he reclaims it, when he catches back up to the pack. This is a very big array of strategies. Of course, a safety car on Tuesday kind of threw out the strategies in the race, so I don't think it was really tried and tested to see which of these strategies is actually quicker. But the two championship antagonists are both on the same strategy, so I doubt they will split up that much, which is not what Deflated Wee would want, because he does have to outscore Cod Camper by 18 points.
Yeah,
so
outscore him indeed, Socks. As we've seen the crossover, those on the mediums will become faster than softs after 3 laps. The hards for the mediums is 6 laps, and the hards compared to the softs is only 4 laps. So the softs will be a very short-term advantage. As we will see, the cars are lining up to the grid now. As Deton disqualifies, you not get the parking that the game likes. Right, we have the cars up to the line now, Socks. Here we go for the penultimate round of the IIRL inaugural realistic tier season. It's the fate we have Anwalder's car quite to the right, same with Nico as well. Now it's 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the penultimate round as the fate we gets a strong getaway. Nico falling back slightly compared to him. Car slightly nipping top as we go into turn 2. Fiora takes to Deton, overtaking Marlboro as well. As McLaren climbing the field a bit, no contact here, it's all clean. As that guy overtakes Killian, Aiden overtakes Wizardman for 11th place. And we also got Rothwell overtaking for 8th as well. The Deflated Wheat is
oh,
on
Deflated Wheat's in the
into
gravel!
the gravel!
Deflated Wheat's in the gravel! No! Nico has taken pole Deflated Wheat! No! What's he doing?
Deflated Wheat is taking a page out of Ethan's work, as we can see. The cars now go through turn 9 of lap 1.
Nico has taken the lead of this Grand Prix because Deflated Wheat has put it into the gravel on lap 1. He has not lost DRS just yet, but Deflated Wheat is now closer to his championship rival than he ever would want to be. Yeah. In the back, no one seems to be going for a move. Ethan looking very feisty on Killian, and I believe that was the Aston Martin of Captain Aiden, who is now behind the Ferraris, looking very feisty. He is on the faster compound tyre. Nico's taking the fast lap of the race so far, as you would expect. As DRS has now been activated, is Captain Aiden looking likely that he's going to make a move? No one seems close enough to make a move. As of yet, of course, it is a narrow track, so we'll see how many overtakes we get in this race, because to be honest, I don't think there'll be many. Yeah,
in the famed circuits like Monaco and Hungary, where, pardon me, it's incredibly hard to overtake, especially due to that the massive effect of dirty air. Generally in F125, but especially at tracks like this. As you see Nico leading our pack away. The gap between the championship protagonists, one of them, Cod Camper at Deflated Wheat, is at just under 6/10 as well. As you see, most of the train is very much close together, and this is probably the first time, and maybe the only time during the race, we will see, what is it, almost a 40-car DRS train. So 12 of that is splintering off, so just an 11-car DRS train here, so.
Unfortunately, Wizardman has just now been left out of DRS, and he's not going to get it this lap, even though he might be running around that 10th gap. So we'll see if Deflated Wheat can get close enough, as fast laps are being set. Cod Camper does have it until I say that. Ethan has it, and Deflated Wheat is going to go for the move round the outside of the straight on Nico, and no other moves are going to be made. But it does seem like this is one of those tracks where you have to kind of work with your rivals just to try and escape the pack, because otherwise you're not really going to escape it, especially in this realistic tier when you can see that the top 11 are, the top 7 are all in this train. Deton out of the train with the top 7, so it looks like he might have made a mistake somewhere. So we're now splitting the cars into 3 concurrent trains. So it doesn't look like Johnny B and Padge are getting their soft tyres working as of yet. There's the leaders go at the exit of Aqua Minerale, or mineral water. There's a mistake at the back. Deton has gone round, which means that he is now lost out of position to Rothwell. That's not helping their chances of staying the train, but Rothwell leading the train might have in the Ferrari a pace advantage compared to Ethan. That way he can catch up. We'll see back at the front if Nico is going to swap back positions. We'll see. It's going to be very play on with battery and just who's going to be smart when it comes to lap 32 and make them move. On the start-finish straight, Nico not deciding to make the move, so looking like he's going to play it safe for now. Maybe this training of trains will allow Rothwell to catch back up. I think that is going to be what he wants. He's currently got 2.6 seconds and gaining to the Aston Martin of Ethan. Let's see if on his hard tyres, as soon as we expect that crossover to come in maybe 3 laps time, I think, Tacit, you said?
Yeah, roughly 3 starts timing. I would also like to mention the 50 board into Tosa has been destroyed somehow. It's not there.
Oh no. Maybe that was what happened to a Deton. We won't throw any accusations out there, but maybe there was someone pushed off the track there, maybe, so maybe the steward's room will have to see something like that. Of course, nothing was reported last week, so there were no changes to the ordering. As seen now, as this train is going to continue for a very long time, it's going to be beautiful until Rothwell does eventually take the lead after everyone pits to see what strategies. We might even see that guy go on for one more lap just to escape as Johnny B gets past Wizard Mitten at the back of the grid for
Killian has had a major mistake, so he's gone a bit deep into turns 2 and 3 as Ethan gets by and the train has split.
There's a yellow, that's Marlborough. Marlborough's round. I think he might have had a collision with Captain Aiden. He was looking for a move. Apologies for the interruption. So apologies for that. You might have missed 20 seconds. Wizard Mitten going for an overtake on Johnny B. Looks like they're trying to swap positions to catch up back to the front. I will apologise to Padge, who has to record the stream after it's done. So we managed to make it through like 30 minutes, I think. So we should make it to the end of the race. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Deflated Wee still leading the train. There's a big talking point for this race, actually. Oh, Deflated Wee getting very, very shaky on the rear, on the exit of Aqua Minerale. But a big talking point is going to be track limits and if the drivers can stay out of trouble. So a point stringless race, I might ask Tacit just to... There's the first one. Rothwell getting the first 3-second time penalty of this race. As I probably will ask Tacit to go look through the race director to see how many warnings people have at certain points in this race. Where we have a look halfway through in the slap. I believe the Mercedes of that guy was in the gravel. But maybe Ethan will be looking at a move, but doesn't look like anyone's going to be going for a move yet. They just all want to stay calm and collected.
Yeah, Wizard Mitten's got 1 track limits warning. Same with that guy. Rothwell has 3, so we got that penalty, and they weren't all either were not all at the same corner, or they may have been at the same time. Maybe Grover Shoes got that one. Johnny B on 1, Ethan on 1, Marlborough on 1, and Killian on a single warning as well.
Yes, we have a yellow in the background. Wizard Mitten is off in the background. He's taken out the Aramco sponsored boarding. So that's fun, as he'll have Marlborough within his DRS, and he does lets Marlborough through. Yeah. We're back up to the front of the grid. We're now at that transition period. Rothwell is now within 1.2 seconds of Killian, so he will be caught catching at the back of this train. Of course, Nico is a pad driver, which means his tyre wear might be considerably worse. So we'll have to wait and see, but the DRS here is so powerful that he might just be able to make a move at any given point. Of course, he is in that better car of the Mercedes.
Yeah, well, we can see on his tyres compared to, looking at Cod Camber here, there seems to be significantly more graining on them. So perhaps he is struggling with that, though being this train undoubtedly will be helping with his tyre wear. He goes onto the grass a bit there to get past Deflated Wee.
And Nico gets past Deflated Wee, and it looks like Cod Camper might be within a shot of getting past Deflated Wee as well. Alessio also looking into this fight. Cod Camper's up the inside. Contact between the two, and how they kept that so clean, I do not know. Of course, there was little bumps there, but how? Oh, Deflated Wee's! Oh no! Deflated Wee has left Alessio through, and there's a yellow in the background. That is Captain Aiden. Captain Aiden is round.
Nico grabbed the DRS, it's 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, Nico's lost DRS to Cod Camper and all that battling. Deflated Wee's got a 3-second time penalty!
I want to investigate the race director, that may be all the same time.
Deflated Wee's got a track limit penalty, so that means he is down to P6.
Yeah, he got his first warning, sorry to put in there, first warning on lap 7. Then he's got 2 on the same lap, so there might be a double warning there for Deflated Wee.
I can maybe imagine that one of them, he might have got 1 for going off track, maybe when Cod Camper, maybe between that somewhere, but right now Nico is looking to run away with this. Alessio is back into the DRS and Cod Camper, and Camper has now got clear air to try and catch up to Nico. Of course, he is the championship leader, so he probably will be able to do that.
Yeah,
So we'll have to
Nico-
wait and see. Is Killian there getting a 3-second time penalty? He's one of he's the third driver to get a track limit penalty. I believe John's saying in the Discord, in the realistic chat that we do have, that if anyone doesn't get a track limit, they deserve a medal. And it's lap 9. We're less than we're just over a quarter of the way into this race, and 3 drivers have got track limit penalties so far.
Yeah, well, Nico is getting reeled in slowly by Camper just outside of DRS with the man in the Sauber, looking to clinch the championship today. And then Alessio, he's also been dragged with Camper that 8-10 gap as well.
There's Marlboro has just got past Captain Aiden, so maybe that spin is just affecting his tyres a bit physically. So maybe we'll be seeing Camper come in soon. Of course, he did spin along with Marlboro, so maybe there is something going on there. Nico's still the lead. He's still out. Camper is not in DRS yet. Alessio is within DRS or Camper, so you might imagine there will be a switch here if Alessio can gain enough. And round the outside is onto the grass slightly, but nothing too serious there. He's gone deep. He's gone deep, which might allow Camper to go back through. Round the outside, Camper's on the gravel! I don't know why I went so in that, but you know, Camper was in the gravel. I thought it might have been a spin.
And Alessio P2, sorry to put in there, Salt. And Nico has ran away again.
Yeah, Ethan has moved up ahead of Camper as well. Rothwell getting past Killian at the exit of Toza, which is one of the only corner names in the calendar that I can get right every single time. Deflated Wee's got another 3-second time penalty. No! Deflated Wee's up to 6. That might be his championship over. What he's hoping for, because Deflated Wee, in the mathematics of it, Deflated Wee would have to finish P3 and Camper to not score, which, because the points go down to the part 3, as Rothwell has a slide on the exit of Variante Alta, which has pushed him back behind Killian. But as I was saying, the Deflated Wee would now have to finish P3, which would get him 18 points, and Camper would have to DNF because points in IRL go down to the bottom 15, which are a 14 of the drivers tonight, as Deflated Wee is the first medium compound driver to come in for their pit stop. It might be very, very early, so maybe that slide has caught off his tyre wear, and the fact that he's got track limit penalties really affecting his mentality right now, so getting a fresh set of tyres might be the best thing for him. It will push him down below Wizard Mitten as it currently stands, because this is the longest pit lane on the calendar.
30 seconds. Ethan has gone up to P2 in that time, and they will be kicking themselves, and especially annoyed at Alessio, as that fighting he inside essentially lost the DRS very significant amount to Nico. But Ethan, with that natural pace he's got, he's almost got Alessio out of DRS, and he's just on the cusp of Nico's DRS again.
So we'll see if he gets a better exit at the exit of Variante Alta, and he doesn't get a track limit penalty. He's within DRS now. DRS detection point. I don't think the point where it is says it on the minimap is actually where it is. But yeah, we just have to wait and see till the start finish rate to see if it actually has it. I believe he will have it, so Ethan might be looking at a move on Nico, as Alessio is and Killian coming for their stops on lap number 12.
Yeah, Ethan and Nico need to be careful. Both of them are on 2 track limits warnings.
Yeah, so maybe there are, well, I mean, there probably will be. There'll be more track limit penalties on the way. As Camper was in the grass again at the exit of, I believe it's Tamburello. Camper in the grass, which has allowed that guy to get through. So that
Rothwell
guy
up the
having a good
inside.
start to this race. Rothwell up the inside, and Deflated Wee ahead of Alessio on the exit, so that undercut has worked for Deflated Wee as he gets past Wizard Mitten now. Of course, the undercut from Tuesday's race, very, very powerful. Very powerful. In the practice race on Monday as well, we saw, I think it was Willow gaining like 11 seconds doing a medium hard compared to a hard medium when the hard guys came in. So
That's an interesting one.
yeah, the undercut does look very powerful, and Ethan is 5 tenths back as Wismitten gets a 3-second time penalty. Nico coming in, activating the undercut on Ethan here. So that does mean that will push that guy up to P2 and Rothwell and Deaton up to P3 and Paul 4 respectively. Codcamper has come in a lap late, no, 2 laps later than Deflated Wee. So we'll see where this produces him out. It will most likely push Codcamper to the back of this train. Marlboro also getting through on the 2 of them. We'll go on board with Deflated Wee as he gets past Captain Aiden. And we'll see where he comes out in comparison to the Mercedes of Nico, and he is ahead. He has got 2 laps old tyres. Killian is also ahead of Codcamper, and Johnny B ahead of Wismitten, who also comes into the pit lane. Nico getting past Aiden into the Villeneuve chicane. Not the most usual place for an overtake, but caught the ending of that overtake there. Very, very great stuff from Nico so far, as Alessio also gets past Captain Aiden. So Captain Aiden on those old mediums not doing particularly well. He's probably looking to come in at some point soon.
Yep, he will be looking to come in soon as Nico is almost in the DRS of Deflated. We give it
Ethan
a lap or
comes
two. Yep,
Ethan
is in. The man who was fighting Alessio not too long ago and Nico for the win comes in, making him arguably the net leader as Nico is still carving through the field. We'll have to see how far Ethan comes back then.
Yeah, that guy now leading this race. That guy is known for doing one-stops. Deflated Wee setting the fast up of the race. Marlboro getting past Ethan in the pit lane alongside Deflated Wee. So we'll see where Ethan does come out. It looks like he will come out just in this battle. We'll see if Killian can get past him. He does not. So Killian is going to have to settle behind as Ethan gets a 3-second time penalty. Codcamper gets past Aiden, who is really struggling on those old tyres. He's lost a lot of ground. So Aiden will be looking to come in maybe this or next lap. He's got a very long time on those mediums compared to everyone else. That guy is definitely struggling as Rothwell is within DRS of the Mercedes driver. Will he make the move, or will that guy come into the pit lane at the end of this lap? Ravazza 1, Ravazza 2. Very big slide there from that guy. That guy does come in. And this will push Rothwell into the lead of this race so far. He's got no one really around him. Deaton is 1.5 seconds back. And Deflated Wee is battling Marlboro. He's got past him. Marlboro will have DRS full now. He's got 15 seconds to catch up. But of course, the pit lane loss is so big that that guy is going to come out at the back of this train, maybe even behind Johnny B and Captain Halen, but Captain Halen does come in this lap. As you can see, Deflated Wee has already caught 2 seconds on the top 2 in this very short amount of time on this lap. Currently just about to be halfway through this race.
Yep, as Nico is now catching up to Marlboro in 4th, and then by extension, as Wismitten says, the fastest lap time of the race with a 17.1, he's going to be catching up to Deflated Wee in no time, which will make Nico currently, I believe he is net P4, but if he can overtake Marlboro soon, perhaps in the 6.2, he will become net P3 with Deflated Wee's penalty. As he goes to the overtake on Marlboro now, into the chicane here, Brian Tialta, not a place usually overtake as Marlboro top behind, and he gives the position to.
So now Marlboro has got Alessio behind. So maybe Alessio will be looking for a move into turn 1. He's on fresher tyres, and Marlboro basically holding on for a safety car at this point. I mean, we did say that the hard tyres would maybe, the people on the hard tyres would maybe come in around lap 18, 19-ish. As soon as their tyres got old, and Alessio just deciding to sit behind for now and not go for a move. That's not what I expected to see. So Alessio is sitting behind Marlboro right now. It's looking, as Captain Aiden gets a 3-second time penalty, it does look like Alessio is basically pushing Marlboro through these corners. He's that close. Will he go for a move into Tozer? He will. Look at it, and he'll go deeper. Lock up! And Alessio, there's contact between the two. But Ethan has got past Alessio via that contact, and Ethan making the move on Marlboro into Piratella, otherwise known as Lando Norris corner. If you know, you know. But Ethan is now ahead of Marlboro. And Alessio has also got past Marlboro, and everyone is now passing Marlboro. So Marlboro, when he pits, it's not going to be looking in a good spot. So he'll be hoping for a bit of a miracle to get somewhere near the top. It does look like Killian is going to get past now at the first Ravazza. The current, or this season's assisted champion, looking to make his way up as that guy gets a 3-second time penalty. Everyone's getting past Marlboro. Alessio is not looking at overtaking Ethan, so maybe because Ethan is on the medium tyres, maybe Alessio is just looking to ride with Ethan up to catching Nico even. Ethan has a 2-second gap to Nico, even with his without taking his 3-second time penalty.
Which will set him back in a few places. We're focusing here on Nico as he's slowly gaining time with deflated wheel. Obviously, he is 3rd place on track after that penalty, but he'll be looking to catch even more. Also focusing on deflated wheel himself, he's gained I think about 7 seconds on Deaton and Rothwell since I last checked. Over the last couple of laps, so those two charging towards the front over those two. First and second have a box already.
Exactly, Rothwell and Deaton are yet to come in, and Rothwell has decided to carry on, so is Deaton, so maybe, as we expected, it would be this lap to see them come in. Marlboro now battling that guy, seems to be the closest battle on track, because compared to, what was it, lap 1 or lap 2, where everyone was within DRS of each other, there is a lot more field spread than maybe what was anticipated, because I feel like the setups might have been a bit different. It does seem like maybe people are making a slight few errors, as I feel like Cod Camper down in P8 is trying to give Deflated Wii the best opportunity possible to keep this championship alive, but right now it does seem like any position that Cod Camper finishes, he will be the champion from my recollection. Yeah, if Cod Camper finishes...
The championship, I can't remember the first specifically.
The current gap before this race is 43 points. After this race, there will be 25 points available in the season finale in Singapore next week. Which means that Deflated Wii needs to catch by 18 points this race for the gap to be 25 points. So, no matter what, even if Deflated Wii gets 3rd, which will be 18 points, Cod Camper still finishing means that he will be the champion. So, in other words, Cod Camper has to DNF from this race for there to be any hope of a championship next week.
Undoubtedly, that motivation, the championship, where he's he gets a penalty himself, and just mentioning the man with the championship. If he finishes, he will get that coveted title. That must be the only thing that's motivating at this moment, with that penalty, and battling our assisted champion Killian for 7th place right now.
Exactly, Cod Camper getting a 3-second time penalty. That is his first one of the race, so as Ethan gets a 3-second time penalty, he's up to 6. That's not a very good mid-race stint for Ethan, currently running P5 on the ultimate strategy. I don't think he'll be able to take those medium tyres to the end, so he does look like he's doing the 2-stop, which compared to Rothwell and Deaton, who are doing the 1-stop, so hoping those fresh medium tyres as Rothwell does continue on. But he's not decided to come in yet. I think Rothwell might be hoping for a safety car here as Deaton also carries on. So it seems like they're both hoping for a safety car here for any sort of chance of being near the front, because as soon as Ethan getting passed by Nico, but as soon as Deflated Wee catches Deaton and Rothwell, their strategy's kind of over. Camper getting past Killian there, so the use of battery really and DRS helping out Camper there. Kind of getting a little section of track forming that has the majority of the cars, because you have Deaton all the way down to that guy, all within Piratella and Toza as it currently stands.
Yeah, that is fully correct from you there, Socks. But we're focusing on is Nico, obviously one of the main sort of protagonists of this race who hasn't got a track limits penalty. He's one warning away from doing so, but him and Alessio will be the ones fighting to win it on track, gain as much as they can, having that advantage of not having the track limits penalty, as we have an issue.
Yellow is Wismitten round at Toza. So Rothwell does come in this lap, so he is now pit as well as Deaton, so that will unleash Deflated Wee into the lead of this race.
Followed by Ethan and Nico.
Exactly, Ethan not looking to go anywhere near the gearbox of Nico as it currently stands. I don't think he thinks it's worth a overtake yet. Of course, there are still plenty of laps left with anything that can happen. Of course, the final laps on Tuesday in no assist were absolutely chaos with a safety car coming out as Johnny B gets past Deaton coming out of the pit lane. Oh, Deflated Wee on the gravel there at Piratella. That will allow Nico to get closer. He's now within half a second. I don't know why I'm saying half a tenth. Half a second from Deflated Wee, which does mean that he will get the power of DRS, which means, and with Ethan not having it, it does look like this train might be coming back very, very soon. Ethan, I think, will struggle to make it to the end, so Alessio is currently net P3. And if Nico gets a penalty, then that means that Alessio could be net lead.
Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Nico will be trying to not get a penalty as much as possible, so that's another issue. Not with admitting,
that's Malboro.
That's
Malboro.
Oh.
Malboro going round on the exit of... As Deflated Wee's got another 3 seconds. Deflated Wee has another 3 seconds. He's on 9 seconds worth of penalties. And that is going to really hinder his chances of keeping this championship alive. He will be hoping for no safety car and the Cod Camper DNF and Alessio and Nico getting caught in some trouble. Padge getting past Malboro coming into the pits finally after 21 laps, so he'll have very, very fresh medium state end, but is it too little too late for that pit stop? Malboro currently running P12 and he's got quite a fair way to go. He's just been passed by Captain Aidan Wismer getting 3 seconds. Ethan getting another 3 seconds at Aqua Minerale.
Seems to be the track limits Grand Prix here, Salt.
Yeah, I think there's more track limits today than there was on Tuesday. As Deaton gets past Johnny B, who is on old holds hard tyres. Ooh, this is a race and a half. Will Nico make the move? Ethan's round! Ethan's gone off at Latza! He's bottled it!
He's done it again! He's done it again!
He's done it again! Back up to the front of the grid now. Ethan has retired in the pit lane. Deflated Wee getting passed by Nico. Ethan, what are you doing? Ah, Deflated Wee's in the gravel! No!
Oh my god!
Deflated Wee's in the gravel! I think that's Killian! Killian's on the sprint as well!
That's two local yellows. No. That could have been a safety car perhaps if there was another one.
If
that
there was
unleashes Nico.
That would have been big.
This is the drama that you can only see here in the realistic tier.
Deflated Wee has dropped to P5, Killian's P6, Cod Camper is ahead after all this. Cod Camper is in P3, he's in current P3. With track limit penalties, I think he's still P3.
Yeah, I dread to think what's going on in the party chat. Obviously all our drivers, for the majority, will be sitting in that party chat together. Ethan reporting to us that he thinks his wheel is broken. He heard something snap. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Get the excuses out the way, Ethan. Get the excuses out the way. I'm not saying you're lying, but get the excuses out the way.
Well, as Nico needs to just hold off Alessio here.
He's got 2-second gap. It's currently 1.8. It's dropping.
Shut up
As
in
we
all
say.
capitals.
Killian getting past deflated Wee, who is coming for a second pit stop, so he's committed to the pits. Does that say shut up in the Twitch chat?
Yeah, shut up
for
in
me
all
it's
caps.
censored. It says censored. It's censored.
And we
for me.
followed up by a bot. Don't follow that bot. What you can follow perhaps is the red button, although obviously not on here. And there aren't any extra to Sky Glass, Sky Q, or Now TV customers either. Other options are available.
Yeah, other TV brands are available. If you would like an onboard of a driver, we are nearing end of the race, so you might be able to get a couple of corners. But if you would like to request that deflated Wee getting another 3-second time penalty, this has not been
Might be
the race
deflated.
of deflated
He's starting
Wee.
to bottle as much as Ethan these days, unfortunately.
Deflated Wee is on 12 seconds worth of penalties. For context, that would put him behind Captain Aiden, who is 9 seconds back from deflated Wee. That is absolutely mysterious from one of the hopefuls for the No Assist Championship going into Singapore. It is looking likely to be John John's 5th championship win in a row. But Deflated Wee is the only man who can stop him, so I imagine Deflated Wee is putting his sweat in. As Ethan has actually requested an onboard of Cod Camper, as Deflated Wee has got past Padge, but Cod will go on board with Cod Camper until Piratella to see the lines that he's taking, see what he can learn in this battle
Just
going
want
up
to
towards
button
that guy.
his socks. Alessio is in the DRS now of Nico. It's going to be a fight between them for the lead on track.
Exactly. Cod Camper still trying to catch up to that guy who Cod Camper is looking like he's catching Captain Aiden getting a 3-second time penalty, so that'll put him up to 6. Cod Camper going through Akram and Arala now. You can see the lines that he's taking. He's trying his very, very best to stay within and try and catch up to that guy looking very, very comfortable in the Sauber. Of course, he has been in that Sauber car for the majority of the season. Him, John and Deflated Wee swapping basically week in, week out at this point. So we're seeing now as Alessio, will he be able to get past Nico? Neither of these drivers have got track limit penalties as it currently stands, so this is going to be a lovely battle for towards the end of this race. As Ethan is in the chat saying Johnny B, as Johnny B gets a 3-second time penalty, Deflated Wee getting past Johnny B as well at the exit of Variante Alda. Nico is very hoping that Alessio makes a mistake, and Ethan very right in saying that this battle will go on to the end of this race. Both these drivers do not need to pit again.
Yeah, but I've seen they're both recharging through the first sector around the same ERS level as well. If anybody chooses to request an onboard, it's very close between these two drivers, and this will be the battle to watch for the rest of the race.
Yes, Ethan was the first driver to request an onboard with his channel points, only costing 500 channel points, which if you watch the streams you should... I don't know how it works. I'm not going to pretend like I know how channel points works. I just have loads of them and I don't do anything with them. Because I'm up to the 142,000 mark.
And I'm only at 22,700.
Ah, you'll get there eventually. Anyway, Alessio, will he wait or will he go for it? I imagine that guy, even with the track limit penalties, Alessio is going for it. Alessio is allowed through by Nico as Wisman gets Alessio going deep by the looks of it. They're going to go side by side or into Villeneuve. Maybe Nico just backing out. And Nico is not going to go for anything risky. They've still got 5 laps left of this race, and even with that track limit penalty for that 3-second track limit penalty for that guy, they might be slightly concerned that if he catches up, he might be able to cause a little bit of friction in this battle as Johnny B comes in for another pit stop. I think that's his second pit stop of the race, so he'll be all guidoed up in pit stop. As Johnny B bits to the soft, so he'll be going to the end, maybe hoping for a fastest lap, which would be glorious in his debut. You can see that guy is within DRS, so he has got the freshest tyres out of the top 5 drivers. So will that guy look to get involved for the fun of it, or will he allow Alessio and Nico to fight to the end of this race? Alessio is the car ahead as it currently stands. Nico looking to sit back. Will he sit back for the rest of this race? He's got 4 laps to decide what he's going to do. What will he do? Who knows? Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, well, we're seeing the difference in the tyres and how that is affecting how that guy has been able to catch up. So it is a on-track 3-horse race for the win.
Yeah. And of course the battle will come down to Alessio and Nico going into this, because they are the ones without track limit penalties. But if they both get so how many track limits do Alessio and Nico have, Tacit?
I know Nico has 2, but I'm going to check Alessio now.
And the answer is
Currently 0.
Alessio has 0 track limits.
Still scrolling through. Alessio has no track limits warnings.
Alessio has no track limit warnings. That is absolutely mental stuff. That is like John levels of like class. And Deton gets a 3-second time penalty. He's currently running P7. He won't lose out to Deflated Wheat as it currently stands, because Deflated Wheat does have 12 seconds, which at the moment just puts it still keeps him in P8, just ahead of Padge. But if Padge gets any closer on those very, very old hard tyres, then Padge could be in the running for P8. That guy just decided to sit behind at the moment, it seems. It doesn't maybe seems like that guy isn't trying to get involved. I really hope I commentated the curse, but Cod Camper may be in this if Alessio is not going as fast as Cod Camper. Then maybe as Marlboro gets past Padge, who does pit, so oh, okay. That guy gets another 3-second time penalty, which means that this battle is going to be between Nico and Alessio. Johnny B setting the fastest of the race on those soft tyres.
I'm still dumbfounded as how Alessio has literally not got a track limits warning. He must really love the track limits here. He's the only person, I think, one of the very, very few drivers to not even get a warning. I think he's the only one.
Yeah, Alessio has 0 track limit penalties even. He has 0.
He has 0 warnings. He's one of the
0
drivers to not have a penalty, and the only driver to not have a warning.
That is, like I said, this is John levels of class. It would be a real shame if Nico could take this race win off him.
I'd like to see Nico win, as obviously this will be his first ever win in the IIRL.
Really?
Believe it will be. It'll be either his first or second.
I think he won a sprint race in AT, but I can't actually. Yeah, Nico not having any race wins. He's had 3 podiums and 8-point finishes in 11 races. But will he get his first race win tonight? He's going to be very, very much looking for it. He's got 2 laps left. He'll hopefully be building up his ERS and maybe his makeshift teammate for the evening, and that guy might be able to give a helping hand. But Alessio is going to be saving all his battery here, as any sort of fighting here could be disastrous for this this result. As if any of them, if Alessio or Nico make a mistake, it could be crucial as we enter the penultimate lap now.
Nico will be looking to stay in P2 for DRS, hopefully, as that is the most advantageous position going into the final lap. You'll want to be overtaking to a point then where you can't be attacked if you can secure that overtake.
Yeah, it looked like Nico went is turn one Tamburello? I need to check that because I forget.
No, turn 1 is not Tamburello.
Oh, is it?
Turn 1 is I think Variante Bassa. It's on the main straight. It's that slight change of direction
Oh, yes, so
down the
it'd
main
be turn
straight.
two.
Tamburello's turn 2, 3,
Tamburello's
and
turn
4.
two, yeah. I keep forgetting that's not it's a technical turn one, but it's not turn one, it's turn two. So,
Yeah, it's a strange
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what is it? Austria's. We got a yellow flag in the back. That is deflated. We getting caught up with Deaton, I think, or maybe just on his own. Was they're having a lovely fight into Piratella. As deflated, has a look on the outside, very slightly on the rear. So deflated we is going to have to concede position on track to Deaton for now. As we come to the back to the front of the grid with DRS, as we enter the final lap now, yellow flag with Captain Aiden in Toza. Is Nico going to be close enough? I don't think he is. I don't think
He's
he
not
is. This
close
is
enough.
Alessio's. This is looking to be Alessio's race when Nico might have to go for a risky dive somewhere where you wouldn't
Let's
expect
just slightly
it.
wide though, to be fair. Nico could get it. He's still got entire lap to overtake him.
Yeah, Rothwell getting past Killian into turn one. Oh, that looking very nice. Very nice recovery drive from Rothwell. And two for Marlborough as well, who was a reminder at the back of the grid after turn one. Deflated Wee officially. Oh, Deflated Wee's in the gravel at Tamburello. This has not been a fun race and looks to go a bit wide there on the exit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just want to focus on Nico. He's catching up closely here to Alessio.
Is he going to send it?
He's not going to send it, I don't think, into Variante Alpha, but he's very close on the exit of it. The exit of turn 15, he's going to try and catch him here. The last chance to send it on lap 32 of 32 here in the realistic tier, but I think he's too far back. 6/10 is not enough. The words evade me, but what doesn't evade me is Alessio crossing the line to get another win, as Nico's unfortunately just too far back.
Alessio's got it. Alessio back to the top step. Nico
and
P2. That guy will be P3. Cod Camper will be P4.
Making him your season 9 IIRL realistic tier champion.
Yeah, Cod Camper is champion. Congratulations. Rothwell will be P5, Killian will be P6, Deflated Wee getting another 3-second time penalty, so that will make sure that Deaton is going to be P7. That's been a great drive from Deaton. Deflated Wee spinning over the line, knowing that his title hopes are officially finished, as Nico is very unfortunate there, as Marlborough will, I believe, get P8 off Deflated Wee. He does not, so Deflated Wee keeping P8, and that means Captain Aiden will be the final person to cross the line and take P10, as Johnny V, Padge and Wizard Mitten were lapped.
That is it, folks.
Yeah, as Killian also saying that his race did not go very well. So we'll be seeing in the debrief that a lot of drivers will be unfortunate with their races. Alessio getting his first win with 0 track limit warnings somehow. But that will be his first win since Hungary before the season, the mid-season break. What a great race from this man.
Yeah, I think that's just going to have to credit for the fact he's somehow managed to do 32 laps here at Imola and not getting a track limits warning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Alessio's win has kind of been overshadowed by the confirmation that Cod Camper is your first realistic tier champion. So with that being said, Alessio will be going down your finishers for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix finish. Alessio P1, Nico P2, that guy P3, Cod Camper P4, Rothwell P5, Killian P6, Deaton P7, Deflated Wee P8, Marlborough P9, Captain Aiden P10, Johnny B P11 with no practice getting the fastest lap, Padge P12, Wizard Mitten P13, and Ethan not finishing the race. What a great ending to this Drivers' Championship for the first ever realistic tier in IRL. This tier has been a massive change of pace compared to what you get when you get no assist and you put assist here. It's a lovely combination of drivers trying to be as equal. So much so that you've seen another racing league with a bunch of content creators copy us
Indeed.
and take turn their series into a realistic tier as well. Yeah, don't worry, Wismitten, you'll be alright as you come back next week. Hopefully your race will go better. Nico saying that he deserved that race. He was on track 2 warnings since
I
lap
do think,
6.
yeah, I do think Nico and Alessio both deserve that win a lot.
They
I think
they were
Nico is
both class.
too far back, so
Yeah, Nico just slightly too far back when it came down to it, down that final start finish straight on the start of lap 32. But that is it for this race as Cod Camper. As I repeat, Cod Camper is your first realistic tier champion. And bear in mind, Cod Camper is he was the first assist. Was he the first assisted champion? I believe so.
when it was became fully assisted, yeah, he is actually before Killian was the reigning assist tier champion.
Yeah, he's a
He was
former
his name.
assisted champion. He's P3 in the no assist constructors championship. The P3 in the drivers championship in no assist, and he has added the realistic tier championship to go with it. But I will what's the word? Stratify. This is not the season finale. This is not the season finale. Next week is the season finale. It is round the dark streets under the lights of Singapore. So, we'll see how it goes next week. Of course, if you would like to join in that race, it will just be a very fun race. Me and Tacit will probably be in the com box chilling out with you, watching a bunch of great drives on a track and see how they enjoy it. And that will be great fun to watch. Of course, Constructors' Championship in assist tier is still up for grabs, with the battle between Williams and um, VCarb. Of course, Killian will not be racing on Sunday, so that is a great opportunity for VCarb to gain some points going into the season finale in Singapore. And like I said, on Tuesday, it is the culmination of a lovely, lovely season of battles, races, drivers missing races, and great things between Deflated Wee and John John. Deflated Wee may have lost the driver's title tonight, but he will be hungry for that driver's title on Tuesday.
He will indeed join. Speaking of Amanda Faces, it should be him and perhaps Snacks or somebody else, or just himself streaming the penultimate round of the Assist Tier Championship on Sunday, and then it will be me, perhaps with someone else, but I will certainly be streaming your No Assist Championship finale on next Tuesday.
Yeah, so you will be joined by them lot on Sunday and Tuesday, and you'll be joined by probably me and Tacit unless he decides to go on the track for Singapore
I doubt
for
it.
the funds. But we will be back at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday night and Tuesday night and Thursday night and the Sunday after for the final rounds in Singapore before we go to Season X.